Hi, Joko. Such a groovy day talk with you today.
Thank you so much.
I have to say that I'm a big fan of your work.
Oh, thank you.
Now it's time for IMPETIGORE, your original horror script. Can you share us the inspiration behind creating the script?
When I was a child, about 10 years old, my brother told me that the shadow puppet were made from human skin, and I got really terrified. And it really stuck in my mind for years. And I also got nightmares from my brother told me. So I think the only way to get it out of my head is to make a movie out of it for IMPETIGORE from the scary tale that my brother told me.
Thanks for your brother. How would you describe IMPETIGORE?
IMPETIGORE is a love letter to horror movie mismatch between three subgenres: the psychological thriller, supernatural ghost story, and the body horror film. So yeah, the combination between those three.
Yeah, I love the fact that you don't use much of a jump scare and focusing on violence and gore.
I love all kinds of devices used in horror films. I love jump scares. I use them a lot in Satan Slaves. But I think for IMPETIGORE, it's more suitable if we use more psychological terror. If you remember, actually in IMPETIGORE, the violence is not that heavy. They're all suggested. So people get the imagination of the terror in their head, but it's not actually portrayed graphically in the film. I love violence in films when it really matters and it really adds up to the story and the character developments. That's why I decided to give treatment to IMPETIGORE like it is now.
Orang tua itu nggak terlalu penting.
Ya, tapi kan sebenarnya lo tahu mereka siapa.
Iya sih. Apalagi kalau orang tua ninggalin harta banyak.
One scary aspect of IMPETIGORE is also the location. The atmosphere is very disturbing. Can you share us about shooting in actual remote villages and forests?
The location scout for the film can be turned into a book alone because it's such a long process. We were trying to find the village that really suitable for the script for about 4 months, but we could not find it. And then when we almost gave up, we met someone who usually do cross-country trekking from mountains to mountains. And he explained to my production designer that he stumbled upon this village in the middle of the forest. We went to that village and it's exactly like I imagine in the script. And because they have been cut off from the modern life of Indonesia, they are very kind. I mean, the villagers end up helping us shooting the film. We use some of the villagers as the actors. We built some facilities for us to be able to shoot the movie. And in the end, we left the facilities to them to use. We also built a big house. And after we left, they use it as a library for their kids.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's amazing. The people there is very kind.
So they're really totally different from the movie, right?
Yes, completely different.
The film has an amazing cast: Tara, Anita, Ariel, and of course Christine Hakim. Did they know that the film is gonna be this brutal and carnage?
Christine Hakim she did not read the script before she signed.
Yeah.
We've been wanting to make films together, and finally I said, I have a character for you. I think it's going to be very cool. And she said, oh, okay. She was in the US at the time, and then since she went back to Indonesia, she decided to read the script, and she was completely shocked because the story is very gruesome, but also her character is very, very evil. And it was the first time for her to play an antagonist, a villain in a film. But this is the first time she did really evil things.
Totally opposite side.
So she was shocked, but she said, okay, after she read the script, she did not ask me whether it was a suitable project for her or not. Instead, she asked God. So I guess God must have said yes.
Kamu kesalahan yang harus aku hapus.
How about Tara? Her role is kind of tough.
Tara was always ready for any kinds of challenge. But it is very tough for Tara and the three girls actually. They had to do very physical scenes every day. I mean, they had to run in forest. The insects and the animals, they're very tough. So very good.
Gue nyesel banget ngajak lo bisnis. Karena tabungan lo habis.
Emangnya lo maksa? Kan gue juga yang mau.
Kayaknya gue mau pergi seminggu deh.
Mana?
Impetigore had its international debut at Sundance Film Festival. How was the reaction, man?
It was great. I mean, I was so happy because when we were making the film, we did not think that it will not be understood by foreign audience because there were a lot of Javanese culture in the film. So we were thinking probably foreign audience would not get it as much. But it turns out when we played it the first time in Sundance, people were actually give like the best responses, and some of them even said that they were going to Java to see how it was like, and I said it's not like that. Javanese people are very informed, but the fact that people can understand the story and the elements, even though they are very culture specific, it was very we are very pleased by that.
All right, there's gonna be lots of horror film coming this Halloween. What makes Impetigore stand out from the other?
I think in terms of genre, you can call it a folk horror. But I think folk horror, which comes from the East, especially from Southeast Asia, not too many of them. So I think it's going to be very unique. It's going to be a unique experience to see a folk horror which came from Southeast Asia.
Lastly, can you tell Thai fans why they have to go to and see Impetigore in theater?
It's going to be a messed up experience.
Kerasa nggak?
So, get to see it.
I guarantee. All right, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Soon.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Bye.